This is math for today. At the top of your paper, it should say week 4, and we're working on day 1. This video is just for week 4, day 1. Number 1 says, Delaney's favorite book is Trees in the Breeze. The book has 85 pages of text and 145 pages of pictures. If Delaney is now on page 197, how many pages are left to read? So this problem is a two-step problem. You've got to figure out the first part before you can move on to answer the question. You have to use the information that is in the question. So we know that the book has 85 pictures of text, which is just the words that you read, and then 145 pages of pictures. So we need to figure out how many pages there are in the book altogether. So there's several different ways to do this. You can use a number line, or you can draw a picture to go with the tens and ones, the place value picture, the stickers that we used to use for the sticker store. All right. So if I was going to use a number line, I would start with my pages of pictures, 145 pages of pictures. If I was going to use a drawing of that number, then I would draw one sheet, 4 tens, and 5 ones. And if I was going to use place value, breaking apart by place value as my strategy, I would write 100 plus 40 plus 5. And I'm going to use all 3 as I work this problem out. All right. So I'm going to start with 145, and I'm going to add the pages of text, the 85 pages of text to the 145. So I would add the 5 first. The equation would be 145 plus 85. And since I'm starting with the 145, I don't have to use that 145 anymore. I'm going to add the 5 pages of text to get me to 150. 145 plus 5 is 150. I got the 5 from the 85 because 85 is made up of 80 plus 5. So now all I have left to add is the 80 to the 150. That is 8 tens. Okay? So I can do 8 jumps of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps of 10. I could do 1 jump of 80. To find the answer. And that would be the total number of pages. Okay? So I'm going to put a question mark right here because that's the total number of pages. The second step to this problem would be to say on a number line, here's my total number of pages that I figured out, and I've got to get from my total number of pages to the end of the book, which is 197 pages. So once you figure out how many pages, I'm sorry, I did that backwards. I made a mistake. Let me fix that real quick. The problem says that Delaney is on page 197. And we have to get to the end of the book. We figured out how many pages were in the book altogether. So that was where our question mark would go. Once we figure out how many pages are in the book altogether, we want to see how much farther she has to read. So from 197 to the end of the book. Okay, we should know this number total pages in the book because that's what we did in step 1. Step 2 is, Delaney is on page 197. How much is left? How many pages are left to read? Okay, so if I'm using the place value drawing, I have the one sheet of 100, the 4 10s, and the 5 1s, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s. Okay, this being added together makes another 10. So 5 and 5 being 10. If I put my 1s together, that makes a 10. Okay, so here's the 150. The first step we took, we added the 5 on the number line. And here's the 150 in my drawing. 100 and 5 10s. 150. Now, all that's left to add is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s, or the 80. So you've got 150 plus the 8 10s. I'll let you figure that out. Or you can use the place value approach, 80 plus 5. And you have the same first step that kind of jumps out to do the 5 plus the 5, and that makes a 10. So it would be 100 plus 40 plus 10. Well, there's your 150 right there. So now all that's left to add to the 150 would be plus 80. And that would tell you, again, that tells you how many books are in, how many pages are in the entire book. The second problem is just a simple addition equation, 55 plus 84. Again, you can use the number line. Okay, start at 84. And then you can add the 1s. 84 plus 5 is 89. And then you need to add the 5 10s. Add the 50 to the 89. Just count by 10s. 89 plus the 5 10s. You can use the sticker notation. 5 10s, 5 1s, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oop, we went too many. One too many. 8 10s and 4 1s. Okay? Or you can use that break apart strategy. 50 plus 5. I'm going to add that to 80 plus 4. And here's your 5 and the 4 to get the 9. This is what we added first. We added the 5 to the 84 to get 9. Then all you would have to do is add the 50 and the 80 together to get your total. We've been talking about fractions in class, and the picture shown below has this pie divided into these equal size pieces. Okay? So what it's wanting to know is what fraction does this circle show? So what is shaded in? The name of each piece is 1/4. It is divided into fourths. But what fraction is shaded in? Is 1/4 shaded in? Are there 2 pieces that are 1/4 size each shaded in? And then the last one is color all of the pentagons. A pentagon has 5 sides. So that's the only clue I'm going to give you on that one. Which one of these, or which ones of these, have 5 sides? You can circle them, shade them in, color them, whatever you want to do. This is Math for Today, Classwork, Week 4, Day 1.